Iowa truck ate deadly for 10 illegal immigrants in Texas. Reporter Acunita Anderson. San Antonio, Texas, July 23, 2017. President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order on January 25, 2017 to ensure the safety and territorial integrity of the United States as well as to ensure that the nation's immigration laws are faithfully executed. The executive order was to prevent human trafficking, but cities in Texas followed, New York, Washington, D.C. and other cities, and declared that they are sanctuary cities. In May 2017, the Mexican government, San Antonio's police chief and others slammed Texas' new sanctuary cities law, saying that requiring local law enforcement to help enforce U.S. immigration law could lead to racial profiling and will fan distrust of the police by the state's many Hispanics. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus ripped into the Republicans who pushed the law through despite the objections of every big city police chief in the state. The Migration Policy Institute estimates that Texas is home to more than 1.4 million people who are in the country illegally, including 71,000 living in the San Antonio area. McManus and the other police chiefs, including those in Dallas and Houston, said it will create a chilling effect that will cause immigrant families to not report crimes or come forward as witnesses over fears that talking to local police could lead to deportation. Profiling leads to lawsuits. In my opinion, there is nothing positive this bill does in the community or law enforcement. Nevertheless, McManus said his department will abandon a policy that prohibits officers from asking about a person's immigration status. We're going to have to take it off the books, said McManus, adding that it will probably have to spend a year now training his roughly 2,400 officers on immigration law. Less than 6 months later, the sanctuary city laws in Texas may have contributed to human traffickers loading 40 illegal immigrants in an 18-wheeler tractor trailer packed in the back like chattel, left in hot, sweltering and deadly conditions without water. Even McManus could not have predicted what would happen next because of his department's decision that prohibited officers from asking about a person's immigration status, giving the human traffickers the green light to abandon the immigration laws of our nation. Recently, in Hawaii, a federal judge ruled against the immigration laws and granted immigrants' entire families, including step-family members, the right to travel to the United States, if they had ties to an individual or business. It is difficult to determine if the Hawaii's ruling contributed to the human trafficking in San Antonio, Texas this morning, or if extended families were in the trailer. An autopsy will have to be performed to determine when and how the 8 people died from a lack of water and food or heat exposure. McManus will have to contact the Mexican government to attempt to identify the next of kin, or the city will have to bury the illegal immigrants left by human traffickers, and because the immigration law wasn't enforced. A Walmart employee arriving to the box store notified the San Antonio police after an immigrant asked the employee for water, called the police, and later discovered the 8 dead individuals in the back of the trailer truck. The Walmart's employee may have prevented additional deaths. Some of the immigrants ran into the tree area, which led to a manhunt. The San Antonio police is calling it a horrific human trafficking case. The matter is under investigating by the San Antonio Police and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. According to reports, San Antonio officials have not identified the driver of the 18-wheeler, but he has been arrested. The truck was registered to Pile Transportation Incorporated of Scheller, Iowa. There is no other information regarding the Iowa company. The heat index reached -101.38 degrees this weekend in San Antonio, Texas, and dipped below 90.32 C. After 10 p.m. the trailer didn't have a working air conditioning system, said Hood. They were very hot to the touch. So these people were in this trailer without any signs of any type of water, San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood said in a news conference. It was a mass casualty situation for us. 20 survivors were taken to a local hospital in San Antonio for treatment. We're looking at human trafficking crime here this evening, Police Chief William McManus said, adding that it was a horrific tragedy. An additional 2 immigrants died after being taken to the hospital, bringing the total to 10. AP photos /Eric Gay, expand/collapse contributed to the story.